what's going on, everybody? It's Jacob Soboroff for Why Tuesday. We're here in front of the state capitol in Des Moines, Iowa, getting ready in about 5 minutes to walk down that way to see Ron Paul. He's running for President of the United States. He's a Republican. We want to ask him what he thinks about the state of America's voting system and if he knows why we vote on Tuesday. Congressman Paul just signed some autographs, shaking some hands. As soon as he's done, we're going to have a chance to catch up with him and talk to him about America's voting system. Dr. Paul, you started off your remarks today by talking about voter apathy. Can you spend a minute talking about the state of America's voting system? Do you think it's broken? Do you have an election reform plan that you put out there that you want people to know about?
No election reform plan. All I have is a plan to energize people with a message they think it's worth working for, and that's what we are finding. People who have never been in politics before, and people who had left politics, and they're coming in and they say, I have been, I made that pitch about you've cured my apathy,
right.
And I think it's true, and it's the message that does that.
Do you think that we should take a look at, first of all, do you know why we vote on Tuesday nowadays in 2007? Do you happen to know?
On Tuesdays?
The Tuesday after the first Monday in November?
I don't know how that originated.
It was a law, though, set by Congress in 1845 to make it convenient for farmers to vote. Do you think that we should take a look at maybe changing that to, maybe have national election holiday or elections on the weekends?
Yeah, it should be April 15th. That's when I'd like them to vote, and then they'll know what they're doing, and then maybe throw a bunch of people out of office.
In 35 out of the 50 states, you can vote early, but in the 15 other states, you have no option but to vote on Tuesday during the opening hours of the poll. You think we should take another look at that?
Not at the federal level. I mean, the states, most of those are determined by the states, and I would argue that the states would have that prerogative.
Do you think that all states should take a good look at that, to make it more convenient for people to be able to get to the polls?
I like the convenience I have in Texas. Since I'm on the road and traveling, I like that opportunity to be able to vote other than on one Tuesday, because a lot of times I'd be in Washington. So to me, it was a real convenience. So I would argue for it.
Will you vote this time around using an absentee ballot?
Most likely, it's not an absentee ballot that I use. They opened up the polls. You can
early voting.
Yeah, it's early voting, and it's like a couple weeks before. You can go to the polling booths are much reduced. Maybe there'll be 2 in your county,
right.
And I've always used that. I don't think I've ever used a ballot. That's a little more complicated, going and get the ballot and mail it back in. But I like the idea that I can go a week or 2 early at my convenience.
Just one final question. Do you have any opinion on paper trails for ballots? Do you think that we should have paper trails for ballots?
Yes, we should have a paper trail for the ballots. Even if the other's pretty reliable, you will never convince the people. And a paper trail is something that gives you the ultimate confidence that if you really want to check, you have a way to have a real recount.
Thanks very much, Dr. Paul.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. That's Dr. Ron Paul on the Why Tuesday Candidate Challenge. That's his plan for election reform in America, the state of the voting system in America. Dr. Ron Paul in Des Moines, Iowa. Talk to you guys later.